but you're probably going to watch this later, as it was indicated to me that I should be making videos for the consumption of future audiences, not current audiences. I'm going to be trying to do a better job of making useful things for people to look at later. So I figured I would share a bit of the process of making, and as well to keep myself accountable for future iterations, and let you all know what I'm up to. We're going to do a sprint report. I didn't do this the last time, but I figured no better time than right now to get this going. So the Autocal sprint report number 1. So this is basically, I'm going to run in 2-week sprints, just like I would if I was in an actual software development shop. And we're going to go over what I plan to do, what actually happened, what went well, what didn't go well, and what's up next. So we're going to kind of mash all the sprint ceremonies into one little talk here. So let's get this going. Anyway, so Autocal is a system for trying to smash together all your different to-do lists and things you need to do into a system that can immediately answer what am I trying to do next or the next day. What will move the needle for me in any given situation. So that's what we're building, and hopefully will be available shortly in a Slack beta, and then wherever else makes sense for the folks that could use this. Looking at targeting the people I know, the business professionals who are trying to arrange projects. It's because I have a number of beta testers lined up to take a shot at it. But I was thinking students can use this too. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see who gets the most utility out of this thing. Hopefully, all types of people can use it. But mainly, I'm using it to try to manage my own schedule, and that's the eventual aim, is to deliver Autocal using Autocal, just to make sure that it's a functional tool for people, and it's an enjoyable interaction, as opposed to trying to manage your own priorities and lists and things like that from day to day. So what worked out? What happened? So first, thanks to all the family and friends and the person who popped into my stream to tell me my code was too small to read. So I'm going to be fixing all that. So thanks for all your support and the well wishes and the not too many confused looks as to what am I doing right now. So thanks for all the people out there who are potentially looking at this, even if you're from the future. So yeah, the plan to get started was to get up with a simple example plan using the syntax I'm going after, to parse that into usable tokens so that we can start doing some logic, get some marketing tasks done, set up streaming channels, get an email form so start capturing some beta signups, work through the logic from the plan, to get some tags going, dependency tracking, to get some weight measures, and we'll be getting into cyclics later. Cyclics are I think they're the most exciting part of this, because it will let you kind of structure your day according to variables that you define. And then we got some trial selection going on, so I can run the thing and have it select some reasonably relevant tasks. So that's nice. And then, of course, implementing TypeScript and testing is the foundations of kind of a good software project to start, is so you can start doing the test-driven development lifecycle. I've not been completely adherent to that, but hopefully we will move forward with that. Just for some context for anyone out there, is that I've been lax in doing a lot of software development for the last 5 years or so. Been doing this for a long time, but the software development has fallen to its wayside in favor of leadership. So a lot of management, being with clients, meetings, endless meetings, and so I'm really enjoying getting back into coding again. It's been a long time coming. So anyways, that was the plan. So this is what actually got done. We finished the basic token parsing, a bunch of regex. I don't like regex, but it's a useful tool. Logic, we got got most of the things we wanted to do. I didn't get to the cyclic parameters though, so that's going to be the final piece before we upload this to Slack or get this on as a Slack app. so then we actually be functional for external parties to use. That'd be great. Did some marketing tasks. Got this streaming channel set up and basic email form set up down at the bottom. Go-TypeScript at .github.io. And yeah, some quality of life stuff. Got TypeScript in there, tests and formatters. Started doing some TDD. So I think we're pretty set on this project setup. Very happy about that. Stuff that went well. Definitely it's like riding a bike. Fell right back into the development flow easily. Got some basic refactoring done. And I don't think I was over engineering. It's always a risk in early stages of the project is to over engineer for features you don't even know you need yet. So, but definitely when you're starting out, you want to hit the easy things that need to get fixed, because the more you build with a wonky data structure, the more stuff you're going to have to fix later on. So it's a balancing act between over engineering and fixing those easy refactors as you go. I got thank you Marcelo. He gave me a good direction to go for a Slack integration. I think that's very, very relevant. And came up with a good phrase for this thing to be low fidelity but high expressivity, so that it's pretty. We don't need a big fancy interface to use this thing. So a chatbot makes a lot of sense for this first iteration, to make sure the concept works, and then we'll don't worry guys, we'll get an interface in there later. Get an app, get a web app, all that stuff. But we gotta get the fundamentals in place first, and we can do that with just text. And for maybe I don't know, maybe 50, 60 hours a week, or 50, 60 hours over this last 2 weeks. Had holidays, birthdays, other things I'll go into. So I feel like maybe I spent 50 or 60 hours on this thing, and I feel like I made good progress for the amount of time I spent, especially compared to say like a normal office work week, where you can spend 40 hours, get a couple lines of code done, and that's it. So I feel like doing this thing on my own has been fairly productive for the time spent. So the bad parts, I did get distracted a lot. But not by like Reddit or YouTube or whatever else people get distracted by. I got distracted by VS Code settings and dabbling with different TypeScript approaches. So the plan for that is next time to just capture it in a little text document so I can refer to it later, and just keep moving on the primary task. So that's going to be kind of the big focus is going to be focus. The code organization needs a little work. I'm trying to avoid using a lot of object-oriented programming and classes, because I feel like this thing is going to be more functional in nature and not need the kind of stateful approach. And classes are a lot of kind of semantic overkill sometimes, and so I'd like to keep it mostly functional in interfaces, but it seems like sometimes TypeScript's kind of like wants you to use classes for certain circumstances, like to have objects with methods on them. So we'll see where that goes. Yes, thinking about the bad things. I'm thinking about venture funding. I don't want to do venture funding. I don't. I'd rather just keep this thing small and nimble. It'd be great to have global impact and growth and help and all that, but I feel like it's going to be a big distraction. But who knows? I don't think this is going to be a unicorn either. I don't really want it to be a unicorn. Don't care. So anyway, yeah, we'll see. But gotta make a living. So also looking for job hunts, doing job hunts and looking for work is also killing the flow on this project. But it's so I have a solution there, and yeah, as I mentioned, I want to get more functional nature, less object oriented, just so it's more composable, easier to diagnose. Logic makes more sense. Everything's nice and unit tested. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna do next time, or this sprint. Gonna write down our tangents, time box our efforts. If something's gonna take about a minute, then maybe just go ahead and do it. But at the same time, I tried this approach, and the minute turned into 15 minutes as it was build a piece of software to fix something, or to fix a little thing in the flow. And of course, a piece of software doesn't work the first time, and so it takes 15 minutes instead of 1 minute. So, it's going to be a balancing act. But yeah, so we'll try. This time we'll try to just stick to the task at hand. Definitely want to talk more during these streams. Make sure that there's stuff for people to listen to. I'm not generally very extroverted, but I feel like it's going to be good for just any like what's the point of putting it out there unless I'm sharing the what I'm working on. So so we're going to leave the job hunt for Mondays and Thursday nights. Because low energy state, but Mondays and Thursdays seem like good posting days. When it seems like a lot of job postings go out. So I'll try to schedule that and not let it impact my day job of working on Autocal. And I left, as you'll see in next stream, I left the code in a broken state where my tests don't work because I got excited about a refactoring opportunity and just kind of like didn't spend the time to finish it because I wanted to share it with all of you and kind of use this as a trial run for the talking more approach. So anyway, this sprint, I hope to finally to at least wrap up the initial cyclic integration, so that'll enable us to select from different buckets of tasks, this is going to be the core feature to help balance out one's day between kind of like high intensity and low intensity tasks or other criteria. I'd like to get this thing into Slack, so just get a basic Slack integration. If we can just get some basic read write edits, deletes for context, that would be great. And of course the big goal is to get to dog fooding. Let's execute the project using the tool. Let's see if we can build this thing as we go and make adaptations so that when other people want to use this for building software, it works better. So that is all. Thank you all for the time and attention, and catch you on the flip side where we will be writing more code. So peace out. And this little this is a stable diffusion in the background. These are all the things images I've generated during stream, and I just stuck them all together for the background for the sprint report. So that's going to be the content moving forward. So anyhow.